So you're telling me his half-goblin irresistible bussy is the answer to revenge for the Emperor killing his mother and burning down the town that ostracized him? Okay, okay. So we're talking about Toxin, the BL Manhwa. Trigger warnings, there is a lot of assault. There is a lot of assault. I don't know why I keep running into these historical BLs, because I love a historical BL, but there's so much assault. So basically, our main character has no name. And why does he have no name? Because if you give the character a name, he will be a part of a community that does not want him. He is half human, half goblin, and because of that, he is ostracized, and they don't want to give him a name to be a part of the community. They shipped him to the top of the hills, barely let him live there on the account that he does not have a name. So there's that. Fast forward, he is also having to scrounge by using his body to get medicine for his mother by the chief's son, who has this sick obsession with him, who also assaults him and treats him horribly. They're goblins. I think they're called the Ime. They usually have red eyes and darker skin, but since he is a mutt, he has purple eyes, lighter skin, long hair, body tea, the gist of it. And there's that thing again about manhwas and demon eye and putting darker skin on, half human, half demon, half human, half animal again. Yeah. So the Black Emperor, who usually collects taxes in that town, and since his half brother, who is Roan, I think I'm going to call him, and the Black Emperor is called Garen, he decides to burn that town down and destroy a lot of people in it. And they discover that he has this mystical weapon that is like magic, sorcery, demon, a dragon. I think they call it the G-Chiron or something like that. But I'm going to call it a musketool because he's shooting people with blickies. Back in the day, I guess this was the development of everything. People fought with swords and the Ime fight with their magic. But he said, pew, 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 pew. He got a blicky, a musketool. That's what he's been knocking people out with. And they think it's some kind of sorcery. It's like, no, you're getting bullets shot at your horns. And their horns are a commodity for humans, regular people, because they use them for other things. So, these people are just a marginalized group. So definitely when his mother gets murdered, and his house is burned down to the ground, of course he wants revenge. So he kind of teams up with the chief villager and the people who don't even like him to go get revenge. He's also a really good painter. He wants to go in there and paint for him. He has to convince Garen. And Garen uses him for sport. He does not like them. The emperor, he hates them. Meanwhile, his half brother Raon also has an obsession. So that's the chief son has an obsession with our main character. The half-brother has an obsession. And guess who's next after an incident where he had to chase him into the forest? The emperor has an obsession with him. So you know what happens after this, right? Hours and 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 hours of assault. But the key to this is there was supposedly a mystical rumor that if you pair with an Ime or a goblin, which they think is what happened to his dad, and their bodies, once you procreate with them or have relations, you will die because the poison will come into you. So he's hoping that was his plan all along, to do the dirty with the emperor, get that golden bussy poison juice right in his system and poison him. But we haven't been seeing any side effects lately. I think I got to season 2 with this. And then also he slowly does the emperor who has a concubine. He's been obsessed. The goblin might as well be his new one. I have a little theory though. Low-key, I feel like Garen did not murder his mom. Yeah. So then there's that. And there's also, they told him, you need to somehow steal the musketool from the emperor. So instead, our main character, he decides to instead paint and draw it to steal it. But you know who knew this whole time? The emperor. And then it just sets off a whole nother thing. And also, there is a triangle, a love triangle going on here. Not really a love triangle because I feel like this is like a lot of lust and possession on the emperor's half. But you know, who knows? He says, "You drive me crazy." But, so they go at it. And then I think the most recent chapter I have, they were literally fighting to, keep, our main character away from each other. So the two brothers are fighting over the goblin. That's why I told you. Magical, irresistible Bessie. And, you know, I will say, why is there so much assault for the male character? And the male characters lately that I've been reading, they're always the frail bottom. No, this one has some back talk though. He can talk back. He can talk his crap. But what's up with all the assault lately? Like I get, and then on top of it, it's the spicy scenes. Like I'm reading to see like what actually happens. The premise I do like. The assault, not so much. And I have my theories, and some other people are thinking too, like, do you think it was the half brother? Because he has this sunny disposition. He's supposed to be the good one. He's supposed to be the light one. And Garen is supposed to be the mean, evil one. It's like, do you think he was the one who actually murdered the mom? I kind of don't think so, but it's like an interesting thing. You know what? If you want to read it, you can read it. I'm just telling you that the assault is like not it. But I want to see what happens.